guys, and welcome back to another video of ECK Sports. And today I am going to have my Diamondbacks vs. Eagles recap. Now, first things first, we hit 100 subscribers. Now, currently I'm at 130. I'm still thinking of an 100 subscriber special. I sort of have it in mind now. I think that'll be my next video. And then after that, we are going to continue with this series, of course. But this is the second video of this series where I recap all of the MLW series, the latest MLW series. So if you like that stuff, I always say if you just want my analysis, or if you guys don't like to watch those like 30-minute videos, then this is the place to be. And without further ado, let's get into it. To start off game one, it was not pretty for Daniel at all. He started the game allowing multiple walks and led in 4 runs. It was 4-0 with no out. But then because Daniel was struggling, he brought in Clayton to pitch in game one. Already in game one, Daniel hadn't even gotten a single out. Already brings in Clayton. I mean, you know the series is about to be crazy. I mean, look at it already. It's already crazy. But Clayton did not start his pitching debut well, giving up a grand slam to Michael Schema. I really wonder what it is with pitchers coming into games and giving up grand slams. It's crazy. Jorge did it in the past series to Drew, and now Clayton's doing it to Schema. That's Schema's first career hit, home run, and RBIs. I see a lot more of all of those 3 things in his career. In the bottom of the first, Whalen hit a grand slam of his own, answering Schema. Then in the top of the second, Schema hits another homer, a 3-run homer, and puts the Diamondbacks up 9-4. And then later in that inning, Clayton would walk some more people and then walked in a run. Then Clayton faced Heath, and Heath hit a shot off the base of the left field monster, a 2 RBI single for Jonah. He definitely picked up where he left off last year, and he was really good last year. So if Jonah keeps playing like he did last year and playing like he did in this series, he's going to be a cornerstone for this Diamondbacks team. You can see the rhythm of the game. To start off the third, Whalen with another homer, his second of the game. I mean, like, what is this? Like, okay, this next clip I'm about to show you, you would think is fake.
Swing and drive to left field. No way. Neal Smith bomb.
How? Like, how is Neal Smith hitting homers? Like, how? He didn't hit any last year. He didn't hit any in the regular season in 2019. He hit 2 in 2018 against the Seahawks. And now but those were all miniature shots. He had 3 dingers in his career. Those were all miniature shots. He hit a bomb that could be in bomb of the day. Like, it really could be. And that's like, I never thought I'd be saying that. After that, Jimmy Knorp was through 2 nasty strikeouts. And then Dallas Allen was brought in for the Eagles in his pitching debut. He started off walking 2, but then came back with his first career strikeout. After that, Jimmy Knorp hits a 3-run shot, another homer in that game. That's a total of 6. I would say that's Jimmy's first career homer off a real quality pitcher, because last year he hit homers off Bix Beaton, Michael Aguilar, and Brendan Zerlak. Those 3 are probably going to combine for 0.0 innings this year pitching. Maybe Aguilar or Zerlak throws a few, but it's not going to be much. After that, then with 1 out in the bottom of the third, this happened.
Swing and drive to left field. Schema makes the play. Did he get him at first? Oh my goodness.
Good job, Michael Schema. That was like a great catch, an awesome catch. And then to also make that catch, bobble it. Oh my, that was a shot from Dan. To bobble it, make the catch, throw it, and then for Jimmy to put the tag down. Dallas, I mean, that's a really good play by Michael Schema. I mean, just showing how good the Diamondbacks fielding is. I mean, you have Ben Wilson, who wasn't at the series, who was a Gold Glove candidate. You had Jimmy Knorp, who was another Gold Glove candidate. He was really good. You have Michael Schema now making plays. You had Jonah Heath, who made a pretty good play later in the series. This team is a really good fielding team. They've already shown they're a very good hitting team so far in this game. We'll see about the pitching though, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already watched the series, so we know they're good at all 3 parts of the game. I mean, this team is really scary. I will say though, both Clayton and Dan did not look great on the mound. Well, Dallas and Jimmy looked okay, but the offense in this game was insane. Now in game 2, the starting pitchers were Jonah Heath and Dallas Allen. Heath gets through the first quickly with a couple of strikeouts. Then the Diamondbacks got the bases loaded, but it didn't matter because Dallas Allen got out of it. Then in the top of the second, Dallas got his first hit in MLW. That is great for him. He will sure have a lot of hits, homers, RBIs coming in the future. I mean, I say that for every rookie that gets their first hit. After Heath gets out of it, Allen lets in 4 runs on some walks and a Jimmy Knorp 2-run single. In the top of the third, Jonah Heath shut down the Eagles, finishing the game and going 3 innings with 6 strikeouts, 0 earned runs, and only allowed 1 hit. That was a great pitching performance from Heath, and he got his first win on the mound of 2020. Now you go to Game 3. In Game 3, Daniel was back to pitching, but Jimmy started it off with a shot off the left field monster. The Diamondbacks would collect 2 more hits down the left field line, and the bases loaded for Jimmy Knorp. Then Jimmy hits a grand slam, a crazy shot by Jimmy, and that put the Diamondbacks up 4-0. You could just tell Daniel was off. While I was watching that, I'm like, as soon as Jimmy got that hit to lead off the game, I'm like, this inning's about to be really bad, or just this game in general is about to be really bad for Dan. After 2 quick outs on Schema and Heath, Knorp was not done, hitting a shot down the left field line, but he ended up going second. Great speed from Jimmy there, stretching it to second. Later in the game, Jonah Heath made this really cool play while being mic'd up, so that's cool. Then Daniel would settle in on the mound by getting a couple of outs, and then Jimmy would show off his nasty pitches by getting 3 strikeouts later in the game. But then more craziness happened. Alright, I'll just play the clip. It's insane.
In the center field, has a chance, warning track, and he's gonna drop. Knorp is rounded second, going 3. He's in there with a triple. Oh my goodness, the first triple we have seen in, I want to say, 2 years. No way. That, folks, is a cycle. I can't believe it.
A cycle is crazy. That is just unbelievable. I know Dabrico did it, but the Diamondbacks, when Dabrico was playing them, only had 2 fielders, and the Eagles had 3 in the field. So, how does Jimmy do this? Jimmy's just on a different level. If you don't think that this guy is going to be one of the better players in the league this year, MVP race, or Cy Young race, Silver Slugger race even, I honestly don't know what to tell you. I'm just being honest. So, Jimmy decided that hitting a cycle isn't enough, and he had a 2 RBI triple. How do you have 2 triples in a game? Not just 2 triples. 2 triples, 1 home run, one double, and a single. How is Jimmy doing? How is he? This is just unbelievable. Jimmy Knorp is a special player. I said this before just a little while ago. How do you hit 2 triples? How? Is it even possible? There weren't any triples last year. It's just crazy. I don't really know what to say. But then in the bottom of the third, Dallas Allen hits a shot off the left field monster. But then Jimmy closes it out, going 3 innings, not allowing a single earned run. And Jimmy Knorp in 1 series, just listen to this. Jimmy Knorp in 1 series hit for the cycle, got 2 dingers, and 14 RBIs? How? I just don't get it. Jimmy got 15 RBIs last year, and he's already at 14. And 14 RBIs is really good for the entire season. And he's at 14 right now. I don't know how that's possible. But now, let's go to my takeaways and thoughts. So, one is that Schema is real. I really do think he is. He had 2 home runs in that series. He had that great play in left field off a shot from Daniel's bat. It's really a question about what they're going to do because, once Wilson comes back, are they just going to bench Schema? Or, they're probably just going to end up doing a 4-man lineup, but that doesn't really work that well. 3-man lineups win. So, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here with Schema. I'm really not. We'll see because Schema is really good. You saw it in this series. I think he is real. He did well in spring training, and he's doing well in this series, even though he did cool off after game 1. But, that game 1 was so good. You can't have that game 1 multiple times in a series. So, Schema definitely did well, and I think he will be a good player for the Diamondbacks, or maybe he gets traded. Who knows? And then another question, is Whalen good now? Now, you're saying, oh, he was good before. He wasn't really. He was so inconsistent. And last year, he had 2 home runs. In 2019, he had 2 home runs. In 2018, he had 2 home runs. So he's been the 2 home run king. Once he was traded to the Eagles, he was expected to be an all-star. After coming off that great season for the Wildcats in 2017. And he had 2 home runs in this series. So he's already tied his total from the last 3 seasons. So maybe we're going to see him break out this year. If he has a good season, the Eagles are going to be in a lot better shape. Another one is that Clayton and Daniel just don't with great pitching. Clayton's ERA, you don't want to look at it. It's bad for your mental health. Dan's ERA is not great either. Daniel in game 1 was awful. He couldn't throw strikes. Game 3, he was just given pitches to hit. They weren't that great. His risers weren't really rising that well. And when they were just getting taken. It was a rough outing for both. Well, Dallas was a little better, I'd say. Now, another thing is a lot of people in the offseason were talking about that Knorp isn't that good of a hitter and that, the 6-0 blowout with the Gators series last year inflated his average. This series showed you that he is a very, very, very good hitter. And if you don't take that out of that series, I really question if you even watch this series. Jimmy Knorp was elite. He had one of the best performances in a series probably ever in MLW history. And you're like, oh, back in 2010, there was so much offense and there's not offense now. Well, you obviously have not watched the season, again, if you're saying that to me right now, because the offense right now is just as much, maybe less, maybe a little bit less, but it's basically just as much from the old Colts days. Back in 2010, 11, 12, and 13, even 14 and 15, and even 16. I'm telling you right now, this offense is crazy, and I love to see it because 2020 and 2019 were so bad offensive years, and now you're seeing guys after one series hitting 500 and hitting 700. You love to see it. Another thing is Jonah Heath is a very good pitcher. I think he was the best pitcher of the day. He was the only pitcher to not give up a run in this series, which again is very impressive. And he went 3 innings. I think, he only allowed 1 hit to Dallas Allen. And Dallas was almost out on that. You may have seen on the clip that Dallas was almost out. So it was a great job by Jonah Heath. Though his bat wasn't great, it was still pretty good. And I think that the Diamondbacks are for sure championship contenders, and maybe even the favorite. But here we go. Here's the thing. You can't call the Cobras championship contenders until maybe after the All-Star break. We still haven't seen the Preds. We haven't really seen the Wildcats. We have seen the Gators. They didn't look great. It's tough to say if they're the favorites because of all those other 4 teams that I think are also right up there. I think that there's 5 teams that have a legitimate shot at winning the World Series this year. And after that, I just don't see it. I would say right now, the Diamondbacks are the favorites to win the championship. It's insane, but I really do think so. And if they're not number 1, they're number 2. Maybe you trust the Preds more in the postseason just because of experience. I get that. So maybe 3, but definitely no later than 3 in your championship contending rankings or threats to win the championship. And then the last one is MLW offense back. Is it? I'm not going to answer that. Why? Because I love the offense that is happening right now and I don't want to jinx it. I hope it's back because this also came up in the Cobras versus Gators series takeaways. Maybe it is back, maybe it isn't. I hope it is. I'm not sure. I also forgot to add my prediction for the next series. I have the Wildcats beating the Mallards in that series 2-1. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Before I show the web gem and nuke of the series or the day, whatever you want to call it, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button and consider turning on post notifications. And yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.
Swinging a drive to left field. Schema makes the play. Did he get him out first? Oh my goodness. Swinging a bomb. Jimmy Knorp. Home run.